Right now, why new data on vaccines is offering hope for new and expecting mothers.
Plus, building affordable housing, how Habitat for Humanity is working through the challenges of a drop in volunteers.
And the sun will come out today. We have a little bit of cloud cover to get through first. We're breaking that down in the First Sword forecast.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Some much needed sunshine on the way on this Friday, March 26th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Friday.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Leah has today off. So we begin this morning with the race to vaccinate. Wisconsin among the states leading the way in administering the COVID-19 vaccine.
The state has passed 2.5 million shots given, and as of last count, nearly 920,000 people, just under 16% of Wisconsinites, are now fully vaccinated. More than 27% of the state has received at least one shot.
Madison Mayor Sachi Rhodes Conway joined the more than 175,000 Dane County residents who've received at least one dose of the vaccine. She got hers at the Alliant Energy Center yesterday. While there, she also discussed the $49 million that the city is receiving from the American Rescue Plan that Biden passed into law earlier this month.
Our public health system is chronically underfunded across the country, so this influx of resources is very much welcome.
Throughout the county, nearly 20% of residents have now been fully vaccinated.
Governor Evers is praising vaccination efforts led by the Ho-Chunk Nation after touring the mass vaccination site. At the site Thursday, the governor complimented the nation's work in protecting its community and others from the virus. In addition to tribal members, the site is open to anyone in Wisconsin who is eligible to get vaccinated. The site is near Black River Falls and offers vaccines every Thursday. The Ho-Chunk Nation says it has administered more than 5,000 shots. More than a third of the tribal members have gotten at least their first dose. A new study finds the vaccines are effective and safe for those pregnant or breastfeeding. Researchers in Massachusetts looked at 131 women who received the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine, finding they had about the same vaccine-induced antibody levels as non-pregnant women. They also passed on protective antibodies in their newborns. However, additional research is needed to understand how long those antibodies last.
The White House launching a new program to get COVID vaccines to dialysis patients. On Thursday, the Biden administration announced a new partnership with dialysis centers nationwide. The goal is to vaccinate people receiving dialysis as well as healthcare personnel in outpatient dialysis clinics. The CDC director says people on dialysis often have more severe outcomes when they contract COVID. She says half of them require hospitalization and 20 to 30% don't make it. More than 600,000 people will have died from coronavirus in the U.S. by July 1st. That's according to a brand new projection out this morning. The latest projection by the University of Washington's Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation includes nearly 4,000 more deaths than the previous forecast, which was made on March 17th. The Institute says 10,000 lives could be saved if mask use goes up from the current 75% to 95% of the population.
Just about 6:03 this morning. Feeling grateful might be hard during difficult times, but research shows that expressing gratitude can help us come out of a crisis with a healthier perspective.
But there's an opportunity here with doing a gratitude practice to focus on the gains, those silver linings, and to really bring into view what we value, what's in our control, what's going right, and not only identify those things, but also feel a sense of appreciation and express it to others.
Dr. Shyla Morgaine says expressing gratitude is a free and easy practice. It could be a phone call, sending a written letter, an email, or telling someone in person if possible. Coming up on Tuesday, it is National Doctors Day, and UW Health is collecting messages of gratitude for the remarkable doctors who have worked tirelessly to care for the community throughout the pandemic. You can submit a message through a link on this story. Just go to channel3000.com.
UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank says she thinks the upcoming fall semester will be like pre-pandemic life on campus. Blank says nearly all of the courses that were offered in person in the fall semester of 2019 will return to begin in person in the fall of 2021. There will still be a number of hybrid and online classes similar to what the university's been offering up. Another Big Ten school, Rutgers, announced all students who want to return to campus in the fall must be vaccinated. Blank says that will not be a requirement at UW-Madison. 6:04, turning our attention now to Chris Reese and your first warn forecast. So it's like sprinkly, kind of freezing rainy out there this morning. What's going on, Chris?
Yes. That's it.
Yes. Nailed it.
So seriously, we've had this little wintry mix that's come down. A couple snowflakes mixed in. Most of it's been sleet. But the reality is it's moving out. When you truly ask what's going on, that's leaving. And it didn't make much in the way of impacts out there. But you see it on radar, especially over towards Milwaukee right now. Right up 151 towards Beaver Dam. This is where you're getting a little bit more of that mix. It's showing up as pure snow on radar. But temperatures are marginal in all levels of the atmosphere. We've seen a lot of this trying to mix on in. We work our way closer to Dane County. We've cleared out at this point, but it's still cloudy out there. It's still wet out there as well. But eventually, that sunshine is getting ready to make a comeback. As we zoom out, the entire upper Midwest, once we get rid of this system, is fairly quiet, with the exception of this cold front, which is going to lead to more of our rain chances as we move into your weekend. So that being said, we're at 32 degrees right now. Cloudy skies with the wind chill of 25, but Janesville's at 34. Same for Mineral Point. Platteville wakes up at 35 this morning. Juneau's at 29. I do expect a couple more spots to potentially fall into the upper 20s, but we all warm up as we plan the day. Temperatures should top out right around 51, and you see the sunshine that we expect today, but clouds will be on the increase later on this evening. I'll tell you why in just a moment, but for now, grab those sunglasses if you are headed out the door. You haven't been able to do it all week, do it today, folks. Leave the umbrella at home. In terms of a jacket, you may want that early, but later on, temperatures are going to be quite comfortable. Here's what we're watching in terms of planning your day. By 51 or by 4:30, temperatures will be right around 51. Here we are at 1:30 in the morning. You see these isolated showers trying to join the picture at that point. We start to move into your Saturday. More and more of those showers have now gotten into the mix, but I still expect Saturday to be warm, with temperatures topping out around 53 degrees, 63 as we begin to move into your Monday. But then after Monday and Tuesday, a cold front that comes through Tuesday night into Wednesday will keep things at least a little bit cooler for the end of next week. Easter weekend is going to be phenomenal with temperatures in the 60s, and they may need to be boosted into the upper 60s. We still have 10 days to track that, but we're going to watch it closely. We're also watching your traffic closely this morning. The Beltline continues to remain in great shape. Same for the interstate and Stoughton Road. We're starting to see your standard morning slowdowns on East Washington Avenue and John Nolan as you begin to approach Capitol Square. That's normal. Nothing's going on there. Dane County looks fantastic. Evansville, where the road was closed yesterday, has now reopened. The rest of Rock County is going to be fantastic as well.
All right. Thanks, Chris. 6:07, the Biden administration putting some money towards cutting the cost of solar energy. On Thursday, the Energy Department said it aims to cut the cost of solar energy by 60% within the next 10 years. They're putting nearly $128 million in funding into lowering the cost, improving performance, and speeding up the deployment of solar energy technologies. To reach Biden's climate and energy goals, the department said that solar would need to be deployed at 5 times its current rate. If that goal is reached, the country would be powered entirely by clean energy in the year 2035.
This morning, Democrats are urging President Biden to end a marijuana hiring policy. Several White House staffers were asked to resign, were suspended, or are working remotely after revealing past marijuana use during their background checks. 30 lawmakers sent a letter to Biden asking him to clarify the White House employment policy. They also want past marijuana use to be removed as a potential disqualifier. Marijuana is legal in Washington, D.C., but it is illegal on the federal level. In regards to some of the staffers who were asked to resign, an official says there were other factors in play, such as hard drug use. Now, this comes as another state draws closer to legalizing recreational marijuana. New York State lawmakers have reportedly reached a deal and are finalizing a new cannabis law. According to a new proposal, a 13% tax would be tacked on to the retail sales of marijuana, and some of that money would go towards education and drug treatment. An Office of Cannabis Management would be created, and they would issue licenses for different steps of the supply chain.
More local news now. An independent charter school on Madison's south side is getting a new, much larger home. Check this out. One City Schools received a $14 million donation, $14 million bucks, from a single philanthropist. You might know him, Pleasant T. Rowland, the person who founded American Girl. The school will spend the money to buy and renovate an office building on the WPS Health Solutions campus in Monona. The new space will allow One City to create a college and career learning program.
starting at 6th grade. In 6th and 7th, our children will be immersed in college and career learning, like what are the options that they have. And then in 7th and in 8th and 9th grade, they're going to be doing internships and going out and job shadowing along with their educational program. But then in 10th through 12th grade, they'll be taking college classes paid for by us.
One city currently serves children from 2 years old to 2nd grade. This new space will allow that reach to expand, covering early education through 12th grade.
An update now for my story in the 608. Yesterday morning, the city of Middleton no longer in the running for the Strongest Towns contest. The city lost in the Elite Eight to Lockport, Illinois. The contest aiming to recognize the most resilient communities in America. In the latest round, Middleton ended up getting just under 40% of the vote. The other 3 cities moving into the Final Four are Bismarck, North Dakota, Oxford, Mississippi, and Bentonville, Arkansas. The winner will be announced on April 9th. Middleton, we still love you. I'm a proud resident. They're still on top, Chris, in my opinion.
Absolutely. They got hosed.
A very, very cool thing they had going on there, though.
Yeah.
6:10 right now. Coming up, new details on the attempted homicide in Madison from earlier this week. We'll tell you who's been arrested.
And later, how Habitat for Humanity is working through a tough time right now to build affordable housing for Dane County folks in need.
Match your tax refund at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off. Plus, get 4 years free financing and get tax included on purchases over $4.99. 2-piece sofa and love seat or sectional, just $8.99, tax included. Match your tax refund at A1 Furniture.
I do all my shoe shopping at Rogan to choose from the huge selection and save. Plus, I can get my second pair half price now or save my receipt and get my second pair later. Rogan's makes saving easy.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams.
American Family Insurance.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
At US Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. So we're building our powerful 5G network for the millions of Americans who live outside of New York and LA, like teachers in Madison and small business owners in Rockford. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge for everyone, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
From working out to catching up. And of course, game night. Your home is the foundation for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to be a part of this community for 76 years. During our anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $76. Carpet one room or your whole house, and we'll install it for only $76. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Rogan's is your one-stop walking shoe destination. Count on expert advice, the best fit, and a huge selection of the best name brands. Selection, service, and savings. That's Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Match your tax refund on a new mattress at A1 Furniture. Top brands on sale. And get tax included on any purchase over $4.99. Plus, get 4 years free financing. With Queen Pillow Top, just $3.49. Match your tax refund on a new mattress at A1 Furniture.
6:13, we're back. The suspect in the Madison men's shelter shooting, who's been on the loose since Monday, is now in custody. Ronald Stevens turned himself in to the Milwaukee Police Department last night. He's charged with attempted homicide for a shooting at the Fleet Services building on 1st Street. During the incident, a Madison officer fired their weapon. The Department of Criminal Investigation is looking into that incident.
Madison police say 5 people were arrested yesterday in connection with a car theft and robberies. Police say it started around 5 when an officer spotted a reported stolen vehicle. A chase ended with a crash near the Pheasant Ridge Apartments. Police say the vehicle and its 5 occupants are also believed to be involved in 2 robberies in the parking lots at the Westside Walmart and Hilldale Target, where purses were stolen. Jacob Blake has filed an excessive force lawsuit against the officer who shot and ultimately paralyzed him. The lawsuit, which lists Kenosha officer Rustin Shesky as the only defendant, is seeking unspecified damages. The shooting, captured on bystander video, turned this nation's spotlight on Wisconsin during a summer marked by protests over police brutality and racism.
The Boulder Police Department says it used the handcuffs belonging to the officer killed in the mass shooting to formally place the suspect into custody. Police posted this photo of the handcuffs online. Officer Eric Talley, a 51-year-old father of 7, was the first officer to arrive at the store when the shooting began. This morning, the accused gunman is in jail without bond. In court yesterday, a judge ruled Ahmad Alisa will remain jailed without bond for the next 60 to 90 days until his next court appearance. One of the attorneys on the case defended the Aurora movie theater shooter, who was in 2015 found guilty of 165 criminal counts in the killing of a dozen people. His other attorney defended Chris Watts, who was sentenced to life in prison for killing his pregnant wife and 2 daughters in Weld County, Colorado in 2018.
Plea talks between the Justice Department and some of the defendants in the January 6th Capitol breach are still in the works. One is the high-profile case of the man caught on video chasing a police officer as the crowd sought out the inner chambers of Congress. The other is the case of a man caught on video standing on top of a wall outside the Capitol building. They're the latest indication that while the cases could begin moving through the court system, the approach behind the scenes is still slow to progress. There are now more than 300 criminal cases related to the breach.
Storms in Alabama have killed at least 5 people. This morning, millions will have to clean up the damage. New video in this morning shows shards of wood and debris are now scattered where homes once stood. Dozens of tornadoes tore through the Deep South. The National Weather Service is still working to confirm the official number. 6:16, Chris Reese has been keeping an eye on the South, and you are focused on Birmingham this morning. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. Yesterday was one of those days where, as a weather forecaster, you often hope that you were wrong when you see the potential, but yesterday simply wasn't the case. Several storms worked their way through central and northern Alabama, especially right along that I-20 corridor, all the way from Tuscaloosa through Birmingham towards Pell City, Alabama as well, and you simply watched in horror as a forecaster seeing some of this. But the good news is most of the thunderstorm activity is leaving the area, and the showers of thunderstorms that we have out there now, they're not severe. They're associated with the cold front that's clearing things on out. But I'll be posting on my Facebook page here in just a couple of minutes some of the additional pictures that came out of the Birmingham area yesterday. It was certainly devastating for a lot of folks. For us, we are on the backside of this area of low pressure. The wintry mix that we had overnight, that's starting to work its way on out of town. We have the cloud cover out there right now. Temperatures are at 31 degrees, but as we go through about the next 2 hours, that's when I expect that cloud cover to really begin to break up. By 8 o'clock, we should see more sunshine. Temperatures will be in the low 30s. 42 by the time we get you towards lunch. I expect those temperatures to top out into the low 50s as we move into the afternoon. So folks, grab those sunglasses as you head out the door.
Thanks, Chris. Finding affordable housing in Madison is incredibly tough. Nonprofits like Habitat for Humanity make it easier, but they are having a tough time themselves right now recruiting volunteers. As I recently found out, there's a group of 9 visitors doing something about it. There's nothing easy about building a house.
It's been a hard winter for us.
Especially during a pandemic.
A lot of folks were home taking care of their health.
And you rely on volunteers to build them.
Or taking care of their grandkids so the kids could work.
That's why the timing is perfect for this group to pick up the power tools and keep Habitat for Humanity of Dane County buzzing along.
It's really just a sign of the community coming together.
Meet Lauren.
I'm from Titusville, Florida.
And the rest of her crew.
I'm from South Florida.
Cleveland, Ohio.
New Hampshire.
Clover, South Carolina.
They're AmeriCorps volunteers here at Habitat sites on the north side for 10 weeks.
I wanted to learn about the different challenges that Americans across the country are facing.
The challenge for Habitat is overcoming a 40% drop in volunteers from before the pandemic. They've lowered the number of houses they plan to build and asked AmeriCorps for extra help.
We've had to redeploy staff, bring on the AmeriCorps, which there is a cost to us for that. We've had to hire some vendors. We've had paid folks putting on some roofs, putting in some drywall.
Now, as the seasons change, Habitat, like the rest of us, are hoping for easier times ahead.
So we're hoping as spring and summer comes along, we'll have a lot more places to get folks out and get them back volunteering to help more families in need around Dane County.
Habitat has made some safety adjustments at their build sites and at their restore, all of which use volunteers. Things like smaller groups, sinks on the job site, no more food on site, and of course, masks. And now that the weather is warmer, they can have more people working outside.
I'm always just amazed at the incredible work they do, Chris.
They really help out, families who are looking for a hand up and not a handout. These are homeowners who put in sweat equity and they have, a mortgage when this house is all completed. And as more people are filing applications to be a homeowner through Habitat for Humanity, they're just not able to keep up with the amount of volunteers they have right now.
All right, let's get them some more help. Chris, thanks. Still ahead for us this morning, we'll talk about a new sweet drink coming just in time for spring.
And coming up in our next half hour, how state health officials are deciding who gets priority for the vaccine. Stay with us.
Sponsored by RG Heating and Air Conditioning, installing train equipment and servicing all brands.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
Celebrate Ashley Homestore's anniversary sale mattress blowout on now. Shop online or in store and save up to $1,000 on doorbusters like these. Plus, Beauty Rest doorbusters are now up to 65% off. And Tempur-Pedic mattresses for as low as $30 a month. Ashley Homestore.
Gobin Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $195 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze at $11,995 or $195 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum. Because most families have up to 8 connected devices, Spectrum Internet gives you the starting speeds you need. And when it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Call 833-984-4499.
Every child, no matter their zip code, should have access to a great public education. As a former teacher and superintendent, I know what it takes. I've led schools to high student achievement, I've expanded preschool, and I've balanced budgets. My opponent can't be trusted. She's backed by Scott Walker, and she tried to cover up a $500,000 financial scandal. Our kids deserve better. I'm Jill Underly. As state superintendent, I'll always do what's best for our kids.
I thank Gruber Law Offices for being there for me and actually helping me get through that tough stage in my life.
How much of a difference they made in my life and how much they helped me. I can't even express it in words.
Gruber Law was with me, and I'm very thankful for all that they've done. I'm smiling.
Thank you, and I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart.
If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Celebrate Ashley Homestore's anniversary sale with our biggest scratch and save event ever. Come in today for special buys and doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, no interest financing for 60 months. Then stop in store for your scratch-off card and win exclusive bonus offers. Ashley Homestore.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving. So you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
We're back at 6:24 this morning. If you need sugar, like a lot of sugar, there's a new soda you might want to try to win online. Pepsi and Peeps are teaming up for a new cola that combines the two sweet flavors. The companies say the new flavor is a mix between the taste of Pepsi with the pillowy, soft, and sweet marshmallow flavor of Peeps, but you can't buy it online or anywhere. Pepsi is giving away 3,000 packages through a contest. All you have to do is post your favorite springtime activities on Instagram and Twitter with the hashtag Hanging With My Peeps and also tag Pepsi. Winners will receive a 3-pack of the mini cans in bright yellow, pink, and blue colors. Pepsi says the new flavor could eventually be sold publicly if there's demand for it.
I'm going to pass.
I'm going to pass as well. I think our producer Jake, he put it well in my ear a little bit ago that it's kind of like a crusted coating of sugar. I'm just not a big fan of it. They just never seem fresh enough for me. I love marshmallows. I'm just not a big Peep fan.
Okay, but what if you carbonate it?
Chris Reese asking all the important questions. You know, I don't know. I mean, okay. I would probably give it a try, but odds are I'm probably not going to like it.
I know. It's one of those things where for me, I want a sip of it, but that's it. Like, I just want to be able to say, okay, you know. But the reality is I don't like Pepsi. I don't like soda other than Sprite. So what's happening here is I'd rather take the Peep than the Pepsi, and I don't even like Peeps. So it's one of those things where it's like an ultra mix of no for me, but I'm willing to give it the experimentation.
Yeah, just too sweet. Too sweet, too much sugar.
It just sounds like gut rot to me. It just doesn't, yeah.
My dentist is not okay with it.
Yeah.
That's a pass. It's a pass across the board. All right, Chris, we got enough time for quick weather?
Yeah, real quick. We are tracking a little wintry mix that's moving on out of the area this morning. Some other good news, storms across the deep south. Those are moving out too. Temperature-wise, we're at 31. We still have cloud cover out there, but we'll see that sunshine coming back as we go through today.
All right, Chris, thanks. Stick around, folks. 30 more minutes of News 3 Now this morning coming your way after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Rogan's is your one-stop running shoe destination. Count on expert advice, the best fit, and a huge selection of the best name brands. Selection, service, and savings. That's Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
It's the retirement you deserve with Physicians Mutual, where we help you understand Medicare so you're not in a fog. Flour? Oh, it's that cooking class you always wanted to take.
I love pizza.
And since you'll have the coverage you need, you can enjoy treasured moments with the grandkids like this.
Cool car. Can I ride?
Yeah, in about 50 years.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
New 2021 Camry. Drive for only $199 a month. You've been waiting, and it's back. It's the Ready, Set, Go sales event at East Madison Toyota with huge savings on new 2021 Camry. Just $199 a month, plus complimentary first month's payment. Ready to save big? Then go now to East Madison Toyota. New 2021 Camry. Drive for only $199 a month at East Madison Toyota off I-90 and 151.
Here's to the guy with the tree in his kitchen who can't talk right now because his elderly neighbor needs help. Here's to the generator in the middle of the street with extension cords running to 4 different houses. Here's to the countless acts of kindness that helped the Midwest recover from one of the worst storms in recorded history. You've given a whole new meaning to the term silver lining. The worst brings out our best.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Get spring sports savings with cleats from Rogan's. Right now, you'll save with 20% off on baseball, track, soccer, and football shoes. Cut into these savings at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
This morning, a suspected shooter in custody. We have new developments from overnight.
And dangerous drinking water. What the DNR is doing to evaluate dangerous conditions in one Wisconsin county.
We are waking up to the cloud cover, but the sunshine is on the way. We're telling you when you'll need those sunglasses in the first warn forecast.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Friday morning, March 26th. I'm Josh Sprider.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Leah has the day off. New this morning, the man accused of shooting someone at a homeless shelter on Madison's east side is now in custody. Ronald E. Stevens is facing an attempted first-degree intentional homicide charge. Madison police say as Stevens turned himself into police in Milwaukee last night. Stevens is accused of shooting someone Monday evening at the temporary shelter inside the city's Fleet Services building on 1st Street. One of the responding officers fired their weapon. The department is still not releasing any information on what happened with that officer's weapon. The state's Department of Criminal Investigation is looking into the involvement.
Wisconsin continues to be a nationwide leader in its vaccine administration progress. It's now likely most adults in the state are eligible for their shot. To get to this point, state health officials have made many tough decisions on who gets priority. Our Maddie O'Neill digs deeper into how they determine the order of eligibility.
Hi, I'm here for an appointment.
Steve Gorton is used to facing a well-worn road.
Kind of like we're stuck in the movie Groundhog Day.
Stuck at his Fitchburg home during the pandemic, getting well acquainted with Zoom.
Where we just keep repeating every day.
Like many others with underlying medical conditions.
It just drives the anxiety up.
That includes Sauk City's Karen Koss, afraid to venture out at all.
I got harder as time went on. I'm chomping at the bit because you know it's coming.
The shot in the arm that can get us out of the loop and onto another path.
Oh, I've been pretty anxious to get the vaccine.
All right, great. Thank you.
One that leads to protection.
The ultimate goal is move vaccine into arms as quickly as possible.
Who goes first down that path? And how do we decide?
Vaccine is not as scarce as it was.
In the beginning, when supply was far more limited, that line had to be narrower. Wisconsin started with Phase 1A, including frontline healthcare workers. Then Phase 1B opened up to those over 65 and some occupations, including teachers. Now with Phase 1C, the Department of Health Services wants to prioritize people with high-risk medical conditions.
They need it. They are at risk. They are anxious about this.
DHS included conditions the CDC says do put people at higher risk for severe illness from the coronavirus, such as cancer, heart conditions, and obesity. They also included conditions that might, such as asthma, high blood pressure, and being overweight, bringing an estimated 2 million more people into the vaccine queue.
We're getting much closer to being able to have supply to open up to everyone, so it didn't worry us that we were putting a larger number of people in the group.
DHS says the decision was based partly on insight from the State Disaster and Medical Advisory Committee. The committee hasn't met since January, and while they only submitted formal recommendations for Phase 1B, members spoke about prioritizing people with high-risk medical conditions and certain essential workers in future phases. While the CDC recommends including essential workers, such as those in manufacturing and housing construction, before the general public in Phase 2, DHS is not including any additional job groups in our state's Phase 1C.
We just felt like continuing to create eligibility by occupational group is confusing, and many of those employees are now eligible because of the chronic health conditions.
I can't even describe it. I'm sleeping better already.
People like Karen, whose niece helped her schedule a vaccination appointment.
I'm just happy.
And Steve, who's now on his way to immunity after his first shot.
Perfect.
All right, it was just a little poke.
regardless of where you are in line. DHS says the bottom line is everyone 16 and up will be eligible soon.
Brief amount of time we still have to get through this. And we've already got a year into it, so don't blow it now. Okay.
Our Maddie O'Neill reporting there. The DHS says it determines how to move to the next phase based on how many open appointments there are, how much supply comes in, and how quickly eligible folks are being vaccinated. Phase 2 is expected to open eligibility to everyone 16 and older by May 1st, and that could come earlier if the state speeds through the current phase.
Right now, Pfizer is testing its coronavirus vaccine in children younger than 12 years old. Like adults, children will be given 2 doses 3 weeks apart. Pfizer has already evaluated the vaccine in more than 2,200 children between the ages of 12 and 15. The company says the tolerability findings were strong enough to encourage trials in younger children. A new report out this morning found that a dozen anti-vaccine accounts are responsible for a majority of disinformation spread online. The report by the Center for Countering Digital Hate refers to the accounts as the Disinformation Dozen, saying the sites are still prominent figures on social media. This despite repeatedly violating the terms of service. A Facebook rep says they've removed more than 2 million pieces of content since February. A new investigation by NPR finds that articles falsely connecting vaccines and death are among the most highly engaged with content online.
The FTC says scammers are using a new trick to try and steal your money and personal information. People across the country have reported getting emails and texts out of the blue asking them to fill out a limited time survey about a COVID vaccine. In exchange, the scammers are offering a free reward if they pay shipping fees. The FTC says no legitimate surveys like this exist, so if you do get one, don't click on any links or open attachments or give away any personal information. The Wisconsin DNR says it will provide free bottled water to thousands of residents in La Crosse County because of PFAS pollution concerns. 4,300 French Island residents are impacted. The chemicals were first detected in 2014. The contamination has been traced to several plane crashes at La Crosse Regional Airport where PFAS-containing firefighting foam was used. Officials believe the chemicals have spread from the airport into groundwater. The forever chemicals have been linked to a wide range of health issues, including several types of cancer, high blood pressure, and reproductive issues. Results from the latest well test should be available in the next month. 6:36 is your time right now on a Friday morning. Chris Reese is here with a sunny-looking forecast after some meh weather overnight.
Yeah, that's right. We had a wintry mix that moved through overnight. Now that's starting to move on out of the area. Most of that is confined between Madison and Milwaukee this morning, and it's continuing to push towards the east. Here in Dane County, the mix that we had earlier this morning, that has now moved on out of town. So that's what we certainly like to see on a Friday. Eventually, that sunshine's going to be coming our way. The weather is fairly quiet here over the upper Midwest, but this cold front is going to be a part of that next rainmaker that moves into the picture. We're seeing the cloud cover out there right now. We're still at 31 degrees, but as we go through the next 2 hours, I expect this cloud cover to truly subside. 34 in Janesville right now. Juneau's at 29. Black River Falls was at 28. They just jumped to 30. We're at 28 in Manitowoc and 29 in Sheboygan as well. But here's what happens as you plan the day. We're still mostly cloudy at 7 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, we are sunny. Same for 12, or lunchtime rather. By the time we get you towards 4, temperatures will be around 51, but you see a little bit more of that cloud cover starting to sneak back into the picture. We're going to touch on why that is here in just a moment. But grab those sunglasses as you are headed out the door, folks. Leave the umbrella at home. The jacket you may want early this morning as temperatures are right around 31, but overall your commute is going to be mainly dry. Let's plan the day hour by hour. This is 4:30. You see that sunshine out there and temperatures that are into the upper 40s and low 50s for most of us. But now I'm stopping the clock at 1:30 in the morning. The clouds have moved back in. Now we're seeing a couple of isolated showers. And as you wake up on Saturday morning, this is 9:30, you're getting your weekend started, we're going to see a lot of those rain chances out there. So ultimately, somewhat of a gross weather day, but we'll still be warm as temperatures are expected to top out into the low 50s moving into Saturday. We'll see more sunshine on Sunday. We recover well moving into Monday with the temperature right around 63. Truly, the start of next week is unbeatable around here. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. Tuesday night into Wednesday, a cold front comes through. You don't go from 60 to 44 without some sort of cold front. And that rain chance is timed well, that it should happen while most of us are asleep Tuesday into Wednesday, so we get to experience the sunshine while we're awake. Next weekend, Easter weekend, should be fantastic as well. Traffic-wise, here's how things are shaping up for us this morning. We are not seeing any issues out there. You were just seeing what you would expect to see on East Washington Avenue this morning. Dane County as a whole is great. Same for our friends in Rock County as well.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. Breaking news, within the last 20 minutes, we've learned Dominion Voting Systems is suing Fox News for $1.6 billion. The defamation suit argues the cable news network falsely claimed the voting company rigged the 2020 election in an effort to boost faltering ratings. It's the first defamation suit filed by Dominion against a media outlet. Fox News has not responded to a request for comment.
Some small businesses in Dane County have started to open back up, but there are still a lot out there in danger of closing for good. The county says it plans to infuse another $15 million into the Small Business Pandemic Relief Fund to try and prevent that. The money is part of the latest federal COVID relief package. It's the third series of grants. Owners can apply for this newest round of money next month.
A local food pantry is getting a major boost. The Inland Empire Community Foundation has given Madison's River Food Pantry a $422,000 grant. This is the largest grant the pantry has gotten since it started in 2006. Officials say the money will be used to increase access to fresh, healthy produce for Dane County households facing food insecurity.
Take a look at this. Ohio taking a pretty bold approach to try to get New Yorkers to move to Ohio. One prominent billboard in Times Square says, "Your buildings are taller, our taxes are smaller." Jobs Ohio is behind the ad campaign. It says it's getting a good response so far. Since the pandemic started, many New Yorkers have thought about moving out of the city to find roomier housing and lower rent. The campaign is also targeting LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Boston, Chicago, and Austin.
All expensive cities to live, that's for sure.
All right, time is 6:41 right now. Let's take a live look outside this morning. The sun is starting to come up. We do have some clouds out there, though. Some precipitation during the early morning hours that Chris has been tracking. We're going to take a look ahead to some pretty phenomenal weather. Chris will time that out for you in just a moment.
But first, we are back in the 608 this morning, and we're going to talk live with the gym in Wanakee with how they're supporting a local food pantry when we come back.
Celebrate Ashley Homestore's anniversary sale with our biggest scratch and save event ever. Come in today for special buys and doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, no interest financing for 60 months. Then stop in store for your scratch-off card and win exclusive bonus offers. Ashley Homestore.
Your parents spent years taking care of you, but as the years go by, it becomes your turn to take care of them. This might mean trusting a nursing home, which promises to care for them as cherished loved ones. But if the nursing home you've chosen is not keeping their promise, we can help. If your parents have been injured in a nursing home, call Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Over 10 years ago, we made a promise to redefine everything a truck can be. And while we've made good on that promise by winning back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year awards, the work is never done.
During Ram Truck Month, hurry in and get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus $4,000 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500. Visit ram.com and see your local Ram dealer today.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In the Fitchburg area, contact Tarkenton Brothers Heating, Ventilating, and Air Conditioning for quality comfort solutions.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
Celebrate Ashley Homestore's anniversary sale mattress blowout on now. Shop online or in store and save up to $1,000 on doorbusters like these. Plus, Beauty Rest doorbusters are now up to 65% off. And Tempur-Pedic mattresses for as low as $30 a month. Ashley Homestore.
It's one thing to say you have the most accurate forecast. It's another to prove it. And we've done just that.
First Warn Weather has been certified most accurate here in Madison by WeatherRate, an independent research firm. They study every news station's forecast every day, every year, and determine scientifically which forecasts align with the actual observed conditions.
Only one station came out on top, and that's News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
Trust the First Warn Weather team for your most accurate forecast.
6:44 right now. We're back in the 608 this morning as a Wanakee Fitness Studio is raising money for a good cause today. It's called Burpees for Bucks, and Tom Sladen of Orange Shoe Personal Fitness is joining us now live to talk about this unique fundraiser. Tom, first off, good morning, and thanks for joining us in the 608.
Thanks a lot, Josh. Good morning as well.
Yeah, so talk a little bit about Burpees for Bucks. What are you guys doing up there?
Yeah, so part of me and my wife when we opened Orange Shoe in Wanakee, one of our big things that we wanted to focus on was giving back to the community. We didn't want to just be another business in the community, so we're always trying to come up with creative ways to give money, especially right now in times of need, to put money back into the community. So I always know that our clients like to see the trainers suffer a little bit because we make them suffer. So when I came up with the idea to do Burpees for Bucks, the whole idea was every $100 raised was 10 burpees that the trainers have to do today at 10:15.
So you've been doing this for the last few weeks, and you've raised quite a bit of money.
Yeah, we're up to $2,300 in just about 2 weeks.
So that is a lot of burpees. As a big fitness guru myself, you guys are going to be tired today.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely, me and my wife have been trying to sit down and figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to break it up so we don't end up, passing out on live camera on Facebook.
So many folks might think, you're a gym. Why is it important for you guys to give back to the rest of the community when you have your own thing going on there?
It's so important because, at the end of the day, we're all in this together, and I always say gyms look like, from the outside, they look up like a push-up and sit-up business, but on the inside, it's really all about relationships. And when we're developing those relationships with our clients, we start to realize, what's important to them as humans as well. And so we find out that, a lot of our clients are really passionate about giving back when it comes to the schools and when it comes to other local charities. And when it's important to our clients, that means it's also important to us.
And Tom, you guys are making this available for the community to watch. How can people do so this morning?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be going live on our Facebook page at 10:15 a.m. And they can just go to the Orange Shoe Wanakee Facebook page and tune in.
All right. Tom, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck today. I know you guys are probably going to be pretty sore this weekend.
Yeah, it'd be good. I think I have a good chill weekend plan, so I should be good to go.
3000.com as well. All right, we'll join the Chris's now with a look at the forecast. And hey, Chris, maybe you could take that workout outside today.
You could. You'll want to wait until a little bit later on. This morning, things are still quite chilly. We have that wintry mix, but that's moving on out. That sunshine returns today, and then we're going to see a wet start to the weekend. So it's that brief window of sunshine, but I'm telling you, the sun's going to come out. Here we are. You see that wintry mix leaving the eastern part of the state this morning. Still a little cloudy, but you're already starting to see some of those holes in the cloud cover. 31 our temperature right now, but as we look ahead, about 2 hours from now, we should see more sunshine. As temperatures warm up to 42 by lunch, we will top out at 51 as we move into the afternoon. So grab those sunglasses as you're headed out. You may not need them this morning. You'll need them today. You can leave the umbrella at home. You may want to have that jacket with you on hand at least early on.
Yeah, I'll have to find my sunglasses. It's been a few days since I've had to use them.
It's been several days, I know.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. Stay with us. The Morning Sprint is up next.
But first, it's March 26th. We want to say happy birthday to Fox Lux. And all the kiddos out there turning 3 today. Love the mohawk, man. Thanks for celebrating with News Neither Now this morning. We'll be back right after this.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Max your tax refund at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off. Plus, get 4 years free financing and get tax included on purchases over $499. Two-piece sofa and love seat or sectional, just $899, tax included. Max your tax refund at A1 Furniture.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Get the max out of your tax refund at iMart Express. With 2 pairs starting under $40, you'll spend less on the have-tos and keep more for the want-tos. Our prices won't break the bank. Your tax refund goes further at iMart Express.
Joe knows that harnessing renewable energy today like we're doing leads to a healthier planet tomorrow.
Joe fights for fair wages for working families because he comes from one.
Joe Parisi apoya programas que mantienen a adultos de edad avanzada libres de caídas y seguros en casa.
Thank you, Joe, for all you do for all of us workers.
Gracias, Joe, por considerar a personas de todas las edades.
Thank you, Joe, for believing there's a better, cleaner way to power the county.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-905-1069. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-905-1069.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. Download the Channel 3000 Firstborn app, sponsored by Group Health Cooperative, and be prepared for anything headed our way.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere XUV 500 for just $163 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Match your tax refund on a new mattress at A1 Furniture. Top brands on sale. And get tax included on any purchase over $499. Plus, get 4 years free financing. With Queen Pillow Top, just $349. Match your tax refund on a new mattress at A1 Furniture.
Open your free checking account with Summit Credit Union today.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
The man accused of shooting someone at a homeless shelter on Madison's east side is now in custody this morning. Ronald E. Stevens is facing an attempted first-degree intentional homicide charge. Madison police say he turned himself into Milwaukee police last night. He's accused of shooting someone Monday night at the temporary shelter inside the city's Fleet Services building on 1st Street.
Take a look at this. A North Korean newspaper has published these images, which it says are the first pictures of yesterday's North Korean missile test. The country confirmed that it tested a new guided missile. President Biden has also warned of the consequences if North Korea escalates tensions during stalled nuclear negotiations.
The Boulder County District Attorney says authorities could file more charges against the man accused of shooting and killing 10 people at a Colorado supermarket. Ahmad Alisa appeared in a Boulder courtroom yesterday for the first time since the shooting. His lawyer has asked for a health assessment for a possible mental illness. Alisa faces 10 charges of first-degree murder and is being held without bail.
At least 5 people are dead this morning after a tornado passed through Calhoun County, Alabama yesterday. It's one of 14 separate tornadoes in the state. along with one in Mississippi and one in Georgia. You're taking a look at just some of the damage. Almost 55,000 people were without power in the southeast as of last night, including 36,000 in Alabama.
There's been a lot of speculation online over what this streak of light is. It flew over the Pacific Northwest last night. The National Weather Service has a likely explanation, saying the bright objects in the sky are likely space junk from a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket breaking up as it tried to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
It was mesmerizing video, it really is. Georgia's Republican governor has signed sweeping voting restrictions into law. It comes after the state saw record-breaking voter turnout that led to Democratic victories in the presidential and U.S. Senate runoff races. The bills place new restrictions on voting by mail and gives the Republican-controlled legislature greater control over how elections are run.
President Biden is criticizing GOP efforts to tighten state election laws, calling them un-American. He made the comments in his first formal news conference yesterday. The president also says he won't apologize for his administration's handling of the border crisis. On the pandemic, President Biden says his new goal is to administer 200 million coronavirus shots in the first 100 days, doubling his original vaccine goal.
Governor Evers says the wellness of Wisconsin and its economy depend on the health of the people. He and Lieutenant Governor Barnes hosted their second Badger Bounce Back listening session last night, focusing on health care. The governor says he'll tackle the rising cost of prescription prices with more than 20 solutions. His budget proposal would also expand Badger Care and provide coverage to tens of thousands of additional Wisconsinites.
Take a look at this. A large part of the Lake Uru Uru in Bolivia is now covered in trash, much of it plastic and runoff from nearby mines. The lake is also polluted by heavy metals. Only a small portion of the lake is able to maintain the wildlife that was once abundant there. National and local authorities have pledged to clean it up.
Dane County officials are asking developers for proposals to redevelop the Alliant Energy Center. County Executive Joe Parisi says it hopes to expand the facilities to give the center's legacy partners like the County Fair and the CrossFit Games some more opportunities. It's specifically looking to expand the exhibition hall to accommodate larger trade shows.
Brewers fans, you'll want to stay close to your phones or computer this morning. Single game tickets go on sale in just a few hours at 10 o'clock. The team is offering up tickets from opening day through May 2nd. Single game tickets for the month of May will be announced at a later date. We have information on how to secure your tickets over on the Channel 3000 mobile app.
And the wintry mix from overnight continues to move out this morning. We're going to be watching this work its way to the east. One of the other things moving out is that severe weather down towards the south and east. We still see some showers and thunderstorms towards the south and east of Atlanta, but the tornado threat that we experienced yesterday should be over for them. 32 degrees. That's our temperature in Madison right now. We still have the cloud cover, but it is getting ready to move on out. Give it another hour or two, and it should be on out of here. 37 in Boscobel right now, 34 for Jamesville. Platteville's at 35. The Dells are waking up at 31. As you plan your day, by 7 o'clock, we start to see a few rays of sunshine, and then by 10 o'clock, we will see that sun truly in the sky. That'll take us into the afternoon. Temperatures top out right around 51 today. Rain for your Saturday, then more sunshine early next week.
Thanks, Chris. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.